नारायणसमारम्भात् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् मामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. Hari Om to all. Welcome to today's session. Today's session is on what is Dharma. And we have our speakers who would be discussing about what is Dharma and the types of yagnas that we will be performing on a day-to-day basis. Today, first we will be starting with speaker Sumaji, who will be talking about Rishi Yagna. And yeah, Sumaji, you can start. And the time keeper for the session will be Gayatri ji. Gayatri ji, if you could tell us about the time.
Okay, I think I have to.
Yashmita, you can spotlight the person who is speaking
Yeah.
and the time will be displayed on that screen.
Okay.
Welcome.
How many minutes, Ashmita?
Was 7 to 8. Let me check.
It's
it was
5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, sorry, 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm starting. Sure. Yeah. Hari Om, everyone. My topic for today is Rishi Yagna. I would like to start with the shloka. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. What does Yagna mean? Yagna is something offering or sacrifice. We have this Panchamaha Yagnas that everyone has to perform on a daily basis. They are the Deva Yagna, offering of gratitude to the Supreme Being. Then you have Pitru Yagna, offering of gratitude to the ancestors. And then we have this Bhuta Yagna, offering of, being compassionate to all the living beings. Manusha Yagna, showing compassion for the fellow being. And Rishi Yagna, the study of scriptures and contemplation. In our Sanatana Dharma, the ancient way of, the enlightened way of living, there are many sages and rishis who have contributed immensely to the well-being of this world. There are many great men and many people who have contributed to this, like in the form of scriptures like Vedas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam stories, and Puranas. How can we show our gratitude towards our rishis? Many ways. One is like contributing to the scriptural blocks, and then like learning to chant the shloka, understanding what it means, and attending meditation and satsang groups. Then we have like, sharing, listening to the pravachanas or discourse of great Mahatmas. In the current time, right, like we are all very blessed actually. Basically, there are so many YouTube channels which is spreading the message of Vedas and Bhagavad Gita. We just need to, be organized and allocate some time on a daily basis to listen to these YouTube links, videos, and contemplate. Also, like we can help spread the knowledge by sharing the knowledge with others. Example, like Prabhuji has so many video link, and in our Bhagavad Gita, Purnima ji always records, and this JJ session itself, like we are given a topic where we try to do the research and come and share our understanding in this monthly session. And Like before the boom of the internet, during our parents' time or our grandparents' time, it was very difficult to gain the Vedantic knowledge. They had to go in person to the pravachanas, listen and contemplate. And in the ancient times, it was much more difficult. The disciple should go and reside in the ashram of the guru, spend many years, and only when he was eligible, the guru would enlighten him with the knowledge. So the knowledge was transcended only through the Guru Shishya Parampara. Guru played a very important role in the disciple's life. Like Guru clears all the doubts, and without Guru gaining the knowledge, this Vedantic knowledge was impossible. Why does this Rishi Yajna is important? Like this Jnana Yajna is one of the means to attain moksha or liberation. Knowledge also dispels ignorance. So knowledge cannot be stolen by thieves, nor it can be asked by the king. There is this quote. And then when the knowledge cannot be divided among brothers, but when the knowledge is spent, it grows enormously. So sharing knowledge is very important. And our knowledge is the ultimate wealth, superior wealth of all. And our rishis and sages have given this immense knowledge of wealth to us. So we should show our gratitude to these rishis by practicing the reading of the scriptures. In conclusion, Rishi Yajna is like reading the scriptures and contemplating on that. Thank you all. Haru.
Thank you, Sumaji. I think
Thank you.
Indra ji is not there on the call. Would anybody on the call would like to ask questions to Sumaji as Purva Pakshi?
Sumaji, why Rishi Yajna is considered to be the greatest of all yajnas?
Yeah, because of the knowledge. Like when you know what is right and what is wrong, and it is also one of the means for moksha or liberation, you can make the decision correct, take the correct decision. When you don't have the knowledge, you can end up doing the wrong things. Yeah.
So it's like you're saying all the other yajnas will help us to, enter this path of moksha.
Yeah,
Because Rishi
it is
Yajna will
like the
directly.
preparation for the Rishi Yajna. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Thank you, Gayatri ji. Thank you, Sumaji. And would you like to self-evaluate yourself?
I think I prepared good this time. I never referred even to the notes. It was like I just read through all the articles, and I have great appreciation for all the people, like everyone actually who have contributed immensely to this thing. Like just like one Google search on the Vedantic topic, we get so many things. There are so many people, not just the rishis, even like our Prabhuji, Vaniji have this satsang meditation and satsang group where a lot of speakers come and talk in that session. And it's really very enormous information out there. We just need to make sure we pick the right information, and we are all very blessed. Yeah.
Thank you, Sumaji. Purnima ji and Vani ji, any comments?
Very simple, straightforward, honest to goodness talk. Very beautiful, Suma. Very nice. Yeah. So the last thing you said is most critical. You have to know, like you said, there's a booming of information on the net.
Yes, yes.
But what you choose, that makes
That's very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is why it is said the basis of all the script. The basis has to be the scriptures. Vedanta has to be it has to come from the Guru Parampara.
Yeah.
And that is the litmus test, whether it passes the
yes.
that one has to ensure, that's all.
Yeah.
And that's why it is said the Guru has
and
to.
Also, from my personal experience, I don't know, when I read through the article, sometimes it's difficult to understand, but when I listen to the YouTube videos, I get that information. I listen like 3, 4 videos and okay, like there might be some wrong information, but we have to judge. Like you look at 5 videos and then you take like because all of them the message is same ultimately. Like so whatever like we look at,
Yeah, but it's good to be guided.
That's true with the guidance.
Lots of YouTube videos.
Yes,
We don't know who's
yeah.
coming from where.
Yes.
So we are all very fortunate to have a guide.
That's
and-
true. With
Yeah, Vani, you want to say something to Suma?
No, I think very good evaluation by Purnima ji and very nice talk by Suma.
thank you.
Only one thing was initially you said Jnana Yajna, Rishi Yajna is about reading the scriptures and
And
contemplating.
contemplation.
The most important component of Rishi Yajna is passing it forward.
Passing it, yeah. Help
Sharing
spreading the
the
knowledge.
knowledge.
Yeah, sharing. Yeah.
So sharing the knowledge with others so that
Yes.
the knowledge of the scriptures and the Mahatmas are
Yes.
always kept alive by passing it forward.
Yes.
So that you brought it in the end, so that's fine.
Thank you.
Just that next time maybe it could be included in the initial
Sure.
definition itself.
Yeah.
But otherwise, very
Thank
nice,
you.
very smooth and eloquent,
Thank
like
you.
Purnima said.
Yeah. Sorry, I will have to leave now. Okay, I'll drop out, but I'll watch the video later to catch up with everything. Thank you.
Carry on, Suma.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So the next speaker is Padmaja ji. Is she here?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay. Okay, Padmaja ji's topic is what is Dharma, and Purva Pakshi is Gayatri ji for this talk. Padmaja ji, if you could turn on the video, please. Yes. Thank you.
Can you all hear me, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
sir, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope it's not too disturbing or noisy.
No, it
Because
is
I'm
not. It's
outside.
fine. It's fine.
I'll
It's
go
fine.
ahead, right? Okay.
Yes.
So Hari Om Atma Jyotis. Today, my topic is what is Dharma? So I would like to open this presentation by a Sanskrit saying which says Dharmo Rakshati Rakshata, which means the Dharma protects those who protect it. So the question is, what is Dharma? In simplest terms, if you know the meaning of Dharma, it means one's duty. However, if we happen to see the meaning of Dharma in an authentic Sanskrit dictionary, the meaning spans over 9 pages, and at the end it says, etc., etc., etc. Means these are few of the meanings. However, it is still not yet complete. That is the profoundness of Dharma, and which I'm going to cover in the next 5 to 6 minutes. Post it is etc., etc., etc. So the word dharma is derived from the root dri, which means dharan karne yogya, something that we can put on. It refers to the thoughts, actions, responsibilities, duties that are appropriate for us. Human life is the most important of all the lives. And the 4 most important objectives of human life are dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So if you see, dharma stands number 1 and the most important of all the objectives, which is required in this worldly life. Often people connect dharma to religion. Please note, dharma is not religion. So the next question is again, what is dharma then, if it's not religion? Religion is man-made, However, dharma is something very innate, something very intrinsic that's there in all of us. This intrinsic and the innate nature of every jiva, every entity is described in Chaitanya Charita Amritam as Jivera Swarupa Hoye, Krishneya Nityadas, which means the intrinsic and the innate nature of every jiva, every entity is to be Nityadas of Krishna, ever loving servant of God. And if we are not in a loving relationship with God, then I can say that we are not doing our dharma. Now, if you go by the rule book, we have Samanya Dharma, we have Vishesha Dharma. Samanya Dharma is something common duties which nobody has to tell us. It's understood, you know, or Yama, Niyama, Ahimsa, Satya, Ashteya, all these come under Samanya Dharma. Whereas Vishesha Dharma is special duties. These come as part of our roles. So Arjuna, as a warrior, his Vishesha Dharma was to fight the battle. Samanya Dharma says he should not hurt anyone, he should not kill anyone, but Vishesha Dharma is to fight. So Vishesha Dharma always takes precedence over Samanya Dharma. However, we should understand that Dharma is not a straightforward yes or no. In this regard, I would like to share a story of a merchant, robber, and a monk. So one day, a robber was, a merchant was passing through a jungle, and a robber starts, chasing the merchant. So the merchant, noticing that the robber was chasing, starts running and hides himself at a certain place. The monk, who happens to notice both the merchant and the robber, the robber comes and asks the monk if he has seen the merchant. As per the duty, he should tell the truth. As per Samanya Dharma says, he should tell the truth. However, the monk shows him a different route, an opposite direction that, opposite direction. And so the point here is Dharma is not a straightforward yes or no. So Srimad Bhagavatam says, Dharmam Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam, which means the words of the Lord and the injunctions that takes us closer to God is Dharma. So that is all about Dharma. So we need to understand that, the words of Lord and the injunctions that take us closer to God is Dharma. So I would like to conclude this presentation with a shloka in Rig Veda, which says, Atmano Mokshardham Jagat Hitaya Cha, which means for the salvation of the self and for the betterment of the world, which also happens to be the motto of Ramakrishna Mission. So every activity that we do, every thought that we do, everything has to be, in the background. It has to be Atmano Mokshardham Jagat Hitaya Cha. So with this, this is all about, in short, about Dharma. Hari Om.
Thank you, Padmajaji. Gayatri ji, questions for Padmajaji.
No questions, Ashmita.
Okay. Anybody else has questions for Padmajaji?
Yes. So you said you quoted the Bhagavatam and you said your dharma, unless you are become closer to God, you're not performing your dharma. So how will that translate to an atheist who not to an atheist, to a non-bhakta who's not in the bhakti marga? What is his dharma? Her.
For a non-atheist who is non-believer in God, I think any action if he is doing towards Samanya Dharma, Vishesha Dharma, if he is performing, I think all those actions also take us closer to God. So because words of Lord ultimately doesn't say that you should only love me, it also says you do your duty. So if they're doing their duties, I think they're doing it. So even then also it is taking them closer to God.
Okay. Any questions for her? And by the way, this Atmano Mokshartham Jagadhita is also our motto, Light of the Self Foundation ka motto.
Okay, our motto also.
How about Swadharma?
Yes.
How about Swadharma?
Swadharma is special duties or something, that is, what is your question on Swadharma? Doing one's own duty as per according to our roles is Swadharma.
Yeah.
Okay.
So an atheist can do his Swadharma?
Sorry?
An atheist can follow his Swadharma to be on the dharmic lines?
An atheist, what's your question? An atheist?
No, I'm saying, concluding, an atheist can follow his Swadharma.
Yeah, he can, right?
Yeah, he can.
Whether he knows it or not, he'll be doing it. That's all.
Yes.
So Padmaja, I think that there was a little confusion between Vishesha Dharma and Swadharma. I'm not sure. I would like Vaniji also
Because
to.
what I read is Vishesha Dharma and Swadharma are the same. That's what I read. But if there's a difference, please let me know, Purna.
No, Arjuna Swadharma was as a Kshatriya was to fight. That is what I thought was the definition of Swadharma is what, like you said, your role. Carrying on with the role that you are born into or chosen. That is Swadharma. Also.
Vishesha Dharma also says that special duty, a duty that one is given. For example, duty of a teacher is to teach. Duty of a husband is to manage the house or take care of something. All those lines, as per their roles that have been assigned to them, that they have taken it. All that comes under Vishesha Dharma, which is also Swadharma.
Okay, fine. I think the definitions kind of get blurred. So generally, you have a very perfect, solid understanding of what is dharma. Like you said, 9 definitions.
Vishesha Dharma is like sometimes. Now, killing is not good.
Correct.
It is himsa. But for a soldier, it is as Vishesha Dharma to kill the enemy.
Yes.
Correct. That's right.
So that is where Vishesha Dharma will come now. And it will have precedence over Samanya Dharma. And in some cases, it becomes the Swadharma if that is the profession.
Right. Like a doctor, soldier.
Yeah. Himsa is bad, cutting people is bad, but a surgeon has to perform surgery, he has to use a knife and.
Yeah, Gayatri ji says Swadharma focus on inherent qualities and individual nature. Vishesha Dharma is more about fulfilling duties as per specific context or situation. Yes. Even, during, for example, during, say, the independence struggle, common people from houses, they came out in support of the fight and, it was not their Swadharma to fight or go sit in Satyagraha and all, but they were called upon. It was a Vishesha, it was a very specific context. They were called to perform the duty of defending the nation. Something like that. Good, Padmaja. Very fluent, very confident, not at all faltering. Yeah, and I like the sincerity with which, you go and prepare for this talk. Very nice, very happy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Vani?
Yeah, very good talk, Padmaja. Very nicely put together. Good sequence. One by one, the ideas, they're flowing one into the other. So, I think Purnimaji has already said it.
Thank you, Vani.
Good talk.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I have one question, if I may. What is Dharma Sankata?
What is?
Dharma Sankata. Have you
Good
heard
question.
of that in the talk?
Arjuna had this Dharma Sankata when he had to think, when he is not able to choose between Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma. I think I covered this in my point, which said whenever there is a Dharma Sankata, I think Swadharma or Vishesha Dharma always takes a precedence over this. And I think we can leave everything and always think something that's a gut feeling is always there, which always says this is the right thing to do. I think we should also, with all those pros and cons, do what is the best. Sometimes whatever is best, what we can do at that particular point, what is appropriate, we should do as per the situation. We should do that. I think I go with that.
Is there some kind of thumb rule to know what is the best to do? Something which will help nudge us in the right direction?
Vani, I missed it. Can you repeat?
is there some kind of thumb rule set out in Vedanta which gives us a nudge in the right direction to decide what is the best thing to do when there is dharma sankata?
I think I would like to hear it from you, Vani, on this, because I as such feel ki, whatever is best that you could do in any situation, you should go and do it, which is useful to you and useful to the and I see a larger picture is what I go with. So,
Yeah, that part is right, the larger picture. So whatever is the higher dharma.
Higher dharma, that's it.
Yeah, between personal dharma and dharma for the country, personal dharma, dharma of society. So you will always choose the higher dharma.
Right, that's it.
So if Krishna said something and Arjuna feels something else, then Krishna is the Jagat Guru. So what Krishna says is what Arjuna has to do. It's like that. Soldier has to do what is good for the country, not what is good for himself, when there is contradiction. Great. Thank you.
The next speaker would be Indraji. Is Indraji on the call? Okay, no. So we move on to the next speaker, Gayatri Ji, who would be speaking about Pitru Yagna, and Purva Pakshi is Mamata Ji.
I should keep the timer, right?
Yeah.
Pitru Yagna. So when Purnima ji assigned this topic to me, I was not very happy because I'm okay with all the other yajnas, but somehow Pitru Yagna, I'm like, I was under the impression like, okay, those people are already dead. Why are we offering all these things? They're like born in some other place. They're enjoying or whatever it is. So I didn't get the logic behind this, giving food or whatever it is, that entire ritual. I didn't understand, even though I know that Panchamahayajnas are prescribed for the householders to cultivate a sense of gratitude, a sense of offering, and then interconnectedness with the entire universe. So, and it's also a process of our own purification. So like on a personal note, I don't feel like my parents have done something. I mean, I don't see any benefit. Oh, they have done so much for me, so out of gratitude I have to do something. And I think once I was asking Guruji, like, why should we, they are gone already, dead, why should we do this Pitru Yagna and all this? So then he gave his own, I think his community's example, where it seems during Mughal rule, they had to pay 60% of the tax to retain their religion, like Hindu, or they were asked to convert to Islam. And not only that, spreading the tradition, culture, spirituality, everything, they have done from one generation to another generation, which they have been doing. They have done a lot of sacrifices to uphold and protect our culture, or our traditions, rituals, and the wisdom they got from their ancestors. So a lot of work has gone into work has gone into protecting the culture what we are enjoying today. So, and many more examples he has given how our ancestors have kind of done a lot of sacrifices to give us this kind of whatever wisdom we have today. And he also spoke about South African guy or somebody. They migrated to South Africa long ago, but they are still connected to India through the story of Ramayana, which their ancestors have been passing on from one generation to another generation. So all these things put together, makes Pitru Yajna very important. And of course, in Ramayana, we have this famous story of Bhagiratha. So I never understood why he took so much pain to bring Ganges down for his. I mean, you must be knowing he's one of the popular kings of the sky from in Ramayana. He brought river Ganges down and to cleanse the ashes of his ancestors. They were cursed by sage Kapila, and they cannot attain salvation without Ganga river. So it took a lot of pains. We all know that story. So now I think it makes a little bit of sense to me, like Pitru Yajna is it's one of the it's included in Panchamahayajnas. Why we have to be very grateful to our ancestors, and that's the thing. So that's all. Thank you.
So Gayatri ji. Mamta ji, questions for Gayatri ji.
I have a question, Gayatri.
Yeah.
When it is said that about ancestors, does this yajna mean only for those people who are already gone, or people who are also already with us? Because it makes sense also when we do something for people who are alive, like my parents or grandparents or uncle or aunt, whoever are there. If I make something for them, isn't it doesn't it also come under Pitru Yajna? Or should it always be only for those who are dead and already gone?
I thought all that comes under Manushya Yajna for living beings, and Pitru Yajna is only for the people in Pitru Loka. That's what, at least when I was referring to I mean, like where this is mentioned in Manusmriti, it's clearly mentioned that Pitru Yajna is done for the ancestors, and the entire ritual process, how it is done, by whom it should be done, when it should be done, all that is given in Manusmriti, where they were talking only about our ancestors or the dead ones. So I thought, okay, the living ones come under Manushya Yajna and the dead ones come under Pitru Yajna. I'm not very clear about this, but
understanding it is Manushya Yajna is in general, it's not a personal thing. It is the human society as such, human beings as such in that level. That is what is about Manushya Yajna. But
so the people at home are not included as Manushyas.
that is how I see it as. When it comes to Manushya Yajna, it is about a general human being as such. It's not something, but ancestors is something with my lineage or someone because of whom I am like this here. Whatever I am now is because of my ancestors. So I think that it's not only about who are already dead and gone, but also those who are alive, who are old, or my parents, grandparents, whoever are there. If I do some service for them, though I would not know that it's a service and got to know that it's a service, but even in general thing, if you do something for your parents or grandparents, I think that also comes under Pitru Yajna. But I think Prabhuji will be the best person to give the final decision about it. That is how my understanding is. It's not only about dead and gone. It's also people who are alive and among us also.
Yeah, so there are, I think, two perspectives of Yajna. There is one Yajna where, give to grow, so the offerings, the service part. There is another Yajna. In this context, I think we are talking about the rituals being performed as per the Dharma Shastras, which include all these smritis like Manusmriti, Narada Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, in which they have given a detailed procedure of how to do a particular Yajna. Where they were talking only about this Panchamahayajnas, and in general sense we have Yajna. Again, we have Yajna, so which is like comes under the give to grow concept, where we serve people. That's the service aspect of Yajna. So So I think right now we are talking about the ritualistic yajna, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Guruji has to clarify.
Guruji is here, so may I ask him to clarify this thing?
So yes, Gayatri, excellent talk. Okay, very happy about your flow. So Pitru Yajna, as you said, involves rituals. Pitru Yajna also involves, in general, Manusha Yajna is for everybody. Pitru Yajna involves our ancestors or our living or dead ancestors. The other part of Pitru Yajna is there, that counterpart which you didn't mention is having children, bringing up the children is an offering of gratitude to Pitrus. They dedicated their life to bring us up. We give that in the form of a good children who are evolved to the society. That's a part of Chitra Yajna, having children. The second part of the Pitru Yajna is working for Atmano Mokshartham, self-realization. When you get self-realization, your gratitude of 7 ancient generations which are behind you.
That is Rishi Yajna, Guruji.
No, I'm saying your gratitude will be completed. See, the Pitru Yajna is not just the Pitrus or everybody ultimately working for moksha. So when
I think in that sense, all the Panchamaha Yajnas are, for Atmano Mokshardham and Jagat Hita.
I'm saying the highest gratification of the Pitrus will happen when you get liberated. So that is the final offering to Pitrus. After that, there's no more Pitru Yajna.
Okay, so I think I started the talk with saying that it's, for my purification, which means why I'm trying to purify is again for moksha only. I thought it's a assumed thing.
Yeah.
But yes, Pancha Mahayajnas are done as a part of dharma, and dharma is being followed to get moksha.
Right. So 2 parts which are there. One is bringing up children, continuing the lineage, and giving them good education, bringing up the good citizen is also part of Pitru Yajna.
Why? How does that benefit my ancestors?
See, your ancestors have struggled hard to maintain their lineage, blood lineage, and also if you remember, right? So all of us have Gotra, right? Have you heard of Gotra?
Yeah.
So Gotra means each of us belong to some Gotra. So Gotra, as Gotra, we are maintaining a tradition and lineage of Rishis, understanding of Gnana of Rishis. So we are maintaining that and passing it on to next generation. That's called Gotra really. But Gotra, of course, today is used for marriage. But otherwise, Gotra means Veda. Protection of Veda, learning of Veda or Gnana and passing it on to next generation is one part of Pitru Yajna. So that they have struggled to maintain that lineage and pass it on. So that's how if you look at all our Rishis, the teaching has come from father to son, or the children. So that's how the Gnana flows in a family. So as a part of that, bringing up children, passing on the wisdom, bloodline, as well as the wisdom is a part of Pitru Yajna.
So does that include the current living parents also?
Yeah, Pitru Yajna means there are Manusha Yajna is in general human society. Of course, if you take current living parents as a part of general human society, it's taken care in Manusha Yajna. If you say current living parents as a part of my Pitrus, they have done some amount of sacrifice in their life. So that comes in the Pitru Yajna.
Guruji, Pitrus are those who are in Pitru Loka, right? That's why a separate Loka with that name has been given.
That's right. So Pitru Yajna as a ritual, okay, it is given to separate Loka. Pitrus includes in the word general Pitrus, right? Anything has to be taken with a Rudartha and Gudartha. So Pitrus include all the ancestors, living or dead in one sense. Okay. So over a period of time, it has become a ritual of this thing. But really, we have to take the essence of the meaning. The essence is that to bring up a child, generations and generations people have worked. So the bringing up is two ways. One is bloodline. Second thing is more important, the bloodline in Sanatana Dharma. It's passing on the wisdom in the form of the teaching. So both have happened. They've kept the flame of learning and the flame of bloodline together, alive. And culture, of course, as you said, culture and spirituality, they have tried to maintain.
ನಾನು ಒಂದ್ ಮಾತು ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ ಗುರುಜಿ. ಮಾತೃದೇವೋಭವ ಪಿತೃದೇವೋಭವ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇದಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಿತೃಗಳು ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಮಾನ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅವರನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ದೇವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡೋ ದೇವಯಜ್ಞ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತೃ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಿತೃನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಪಿತೃಯಜ್ಞದ ಮೂಲಕ ದೇವಯಜ್ಞನೂ ಆಗತ್ತೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, so if you take care of your parents, it becomes Manushya Yajna also, right? Or if you take care of Manushya Yajna, you take Pitri Yajna also. So everything is told specifically because you don't miss out anything. So I'll say I'll take care of my parents only, then Manushya Yajna is not required. It's not like that.
Okay.
Right? So that's what happened. Okay, Mata Devo, Pitta Devo. I don't do any puja because Mata Devo, Bhava, Pitta Devo. So then you'll miss out, right? So I had one husband and wife visited me. So the husband says, for wife, husband is God. Pati Paradaiva. Pati Parameshwara. Okay. And this is the fight. Husband and wife who are about 75 years old. So he says, wife should not do any puja because Pati is Parameshwara. Okay. So what happened now that we'll take advantage of situations. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Guruji.
Everything because we twist our advantage.
No, I am not telling that we should not do puja for the God, but it is indirectly points to
I'm saying everything has to be taken with a proper understanding. Otherwise, what happens? People try to misuse it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Gayatri. Otherwise, your flow was good. You covered many of the things. Only this one doubt I had, so nothing else. Very good.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you Gayatri ji, Mamta ji and Prabhu ji for all the clarification. It was very, very important. It was very needed. But one thing why I would want to do Pitru Yajna or respect my parents is they gave me birth, basically. And because of thanks to them, I have got the Adhikari Sharira to pursue Vedanta, Atmano Mokshartham and Jagatita. Hari Om, thank you so much. I don't have any more feedback.
Purnima ji, does just giving birth will fulfill the dharma as parents? They have to give values, wisdom. They have to give the needful stuff. They have to take care of you. They have to do all the dharma, right?
They have done no.
Okay, you give me birth and then you are like, okay, they have given me body, but where is the wisdom? Where is the environment? Where is the required stuff here?
Can you deny you have got all the things that you are talking about right now?
No, I deny. Yes, I deny.
I mean, I don't have anything to say to that.
No, I mean, you can't, I mean, we cannot make a general statement on, giving credit to...
The starting point for all that is that you are born, basically.
Arey, yaar, millions are born every second. What is...
They have given somehow through them you have come to this position, Baba. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come
because
here.
of them.
Because of them only you are like this.
Of course, because of them only. Whatever the experience is.
Right directions. They might not have done anything. You might consider them that they have not done anything for it. They have not given you knowledge. They have not given you this thing, that thing and all. But haven't they given you education? Haven't they taken care of your food and shelter and all? Otherwise, you will be in the streets.
You would be in the streets, or you would grow up in
from them, what the knowledge they have got, what the wisdom they have got at that thing, what they think at the right thing at that particular time, they have done it. From that base, what are we going to do is what is left to us. Amma says, whatever happens, good or bad in life, is only for the good of you only. If whatever your parents have done, you wouldn't have come to this Prabhuji without that thing. Whatever has happened in your life, I don't know what has happened in your life. You're not giving the credit to the parents. But even that itself points out that because of that only you have come to Prabhuji. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone. You wouldn't have come to Prabhuji at all. If you had a beautiful life, everything goes in accordance to your wish and will and all. Whatever you desire is happening. then Prabhuji will not come in your life at all. You won't be here at all. So I would say it's because of parents you are here. Be thankful to your mother and father, whatever they have done, however they are there. Your grandparents have done something for you, which you may not know. Prabhuji is telling your grandfather was a Vedic scholar. That has come in your blood. Maybe your mother has not told you anything, but still it's coming somewhere over there. It's there in your blood. So be thankful to your parents. I would say, I hope I am not very harsh to you, but that's what Amma always says. Whatever good or bad happens in your life, it will finally lead you to you for your evolvement, for your evolution. You will grow. You might not recognize it, but it will lead you to your evolution. And that is my understanding. Sorry if I have in any way hurted your feeling, Gayatri. Or anyone else also. Sorry.
Not at all. Not at all. Thank you.
So, Gayatri, can you self-evaluate?
Yeah, I think I finished it fast today and couldn't prepare much. That's all.
I think it was a very, you have provoked a lot of thought and discussion through your talk. And it was you have shared many aspects of Prabhuji's teachings. It was well delivered, smoothly delivered. So from your own angle, you have been very sincere and authentic to yourself. What you feel at this point of time, you have conveyed. So I think authenticity has its own value. That what you feel at this point of time, you have tried to express and share. And I think it was very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Gayatri ji. Thank you, Ani ji. The next speaker we have is Jayashree ji, who would be talking about Bhuta Yagna.
And it's very nice to have Yashmita back again.
Thank you, Ani ji.
Hari Om, Prabhuji. Hari Om to all Atma Jyotis. There are 5 types of yagnas. I'm not getting my timer. There are 5 types of yagnas advocated in Sanatana Dharma, and I'll be speaking about Bhuta Yagna. Bhuta Yagna is a concept in Sanatana Dharma where Bhuta refers to the 5 elements of nature, that is earth, water, fire, air, and space. And Yagna refers to the offering of sacrifice and spiritual offering we do during the Yagna, that is Yagna. Bhuta Yagna involves showing respect and gratitude to these 5 elements, which are fundamental to our existence. And the Yagna keeps happening in nature all the time. And just like water evaporates from the sea to form clouds, and the clouds come down as rain to nurture living beings and plants and soak the earth, which goes back as river to the sea again. Bhuta Yagna also refers to the offering of Bali or Baliharana to creatures every day. This is offered on the ground instead of on the fire and also thrown up in the air. Conserving water is Bhuta Yagna. As you know, in Bangalore, as there is acute water shortage in this summer, all of us are praying to the rain god for early showers and quench our thirst. Worshipping of nature is directly worshipping Ishvara Srishti. Pradakshina of Ashwatthravruksha, Tulasi, offering Arghya to sun god, worshipping Gomata, elephants is directly worshipping nature for our own and for the world, welfare of the world, and that is Atmano Mokshartam Jagat Hitayacha. to mindfully take care of nature by sustainable consumption, protect natural habitats like Bandipur, Nagarhole, Ranthambore, etc., engage in community effects, support environmental initiatives and projects, educate and advocate public about nature conservation. Here, I would like to give an example from my personal life. My eldest daughter, Soumya, is a wildlife biologist staying in Dehradun. She advocates, teaches Uttarakhand government school children about water conservation, about waste segregation, not to use plastic, preservation of environment. Every week once they go to government schools to advocate, and she has camps and projects in her own home to show rain harvesting and solar energy cooking. So she's passionately involved in this. And according to one of her friends, she is a karma yogi doing Bhuta Yagna every day. And one more example of her is she uses a solar car so as not to waste fossil fuel. And she remodeled her house recently using the dug up earth, the old bricks, the old windows appropriately, and the doors so as to not to waste anything. And she's a good example of person who is supporting environmental issues. Here, I would like to quote two shlokas which support nature. One is from Atharva Veda 12.1.31. Antarikshe shantihi, prithviyam shantihi, apah shantihi, aushadayah shantihi, vanaspatayah shantihi, vishve devas shanti, brahma shantihi, sarva shantihi, shantireva shantihi, sama shantireti. May earth be peaceful, atmosphere be peaceful, water be peaceful, medicinal herbs and plants be peaceful, and vegetation be peaceful. May all divine beings bring peace to us. The peace stays with us eternally. And one more shloka from Yajurveda. Shanno mitra shanvarunaha, shanno bhavat varyamam, shanna indro brahaspatihi, shanno vishnurukramaha. May there be peace in the heavens, in the atmosphere, on the earth, in the waters, in the herbs, in all vegetations, in all divine forces, in the divine beings. May that peace pervade the entire universe. These shlokas emphasize the interconnectedness of all living forms and the importance of preserving the balance in nature. We have to protect and sustain this nature and the environment for the present as well as the future generations to come by supporting conservation efforts, by sustainable practices, by reducing pollution, protecting natural habitats, and by reuse, reduce, refer, and reject also. Have a deep respect for nature by purity of heart and clarity of intellect. That is, Chitta Shuddhi happens when you create a balance in nature, which is direct form of worshipping Ishvara. Leave this earth as a better place than when you entered. Atmano mokshartam jagathitaya. Practice gratitude and reverence to nature by integrating these practical suggestions in your daily life, which will embody the Bhuta Yagna in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayashree ji. Any questions? Sumaji is not here, so if anybody would like to ask questions to Jayashree ji.
No questions, I think.
Okay, yeah. Then Jayashree ji, if you would like to self-evaluate yourself.
Yeah, I was clear about my points, but still I felt like referring to the notes now and then to get that one line to carry on. I wish I can do away with that in my next lesson. I was happy I got Bhuta Yagna because I'm very involved in environmental issues, preservation of atmosphere, non-pollution, non-use of plastic. I'm very glad I got this topic to speak about.
Very
Thank you.
beautifully spoken, Jayashree. Like you
Thank
said,
you.
you were in your elements. You were very happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her entire family is involved in this Bhuta Yagna. And I'm scared to call her to public function at my house because they will say, why are you using plastic? Why aren't you? It's very
Yeah.
difficult to, they have got very high standards of how, environment protection. So very grateful to them. They're very much involved in this, distributing the steel plates, spoons, everything, vagara for marriage functions. So yeah, she is the right person to talk about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The passion came through,
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
and a lot of emphasis and energy and passion was there in the talk to show, how much you're invested in it.
Yes.
There were practical suggestions and examples. Yeah. I also forgot to mention, Gayatri, your examples were great about how ancestors have helped to preserve our culture. So in the same way, Jayashree gave, personal examples are always, very impactful. Speaking about your daughter and how she has, she's used all the reclaimed materials for her house, etc. Good examples and very good talk. Excellent.
Thank you.
Can you make a kind of connection between how serving the Jagat can also be Ishvara Seva?
See, taking care of nature, taking care of these 5 elements of nature itself is Bhuta Yagna. So this world is Ishvara Srishti. So worshipping nature is directly worshipping Ishvara. That is how I think. Not burdening the earth, sustainable consumption, everything goes towards preserving the nature and the earth for the next generations to come, which is worship in a way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Also, one more point you could add is it is Ishvara Srishti. It is also the Virat Swarupa. It is the very
Actually,
form of Ishvara.
I wanted to quote that everything is Vibhuti Yoga of the Lord. Every creation, like the sea, the earth, the mountains, which I forgot to mention, everything is his creation. Everything
and
is.
he's present, he's immanent in every part of creation. So that one bit, if you add,
I wish I had.
Takes the talk to a little different level.
I will.
But otherwise, excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vaniji. Thank you, Jayashree ji. The next speaker we have is Mamata ji, who will be talking about Manushya Yagna, and Purva Pakshi is Padmaja ji.
Manushya Yajna. When you hear the word Yajna, the first thing that pops up in our mind is a few priests sitting and chanting some mantra and offering ghee into the fire. Now, is that the only Yajna? Is this Yajna? No? Of course, this is Yajna, but that is not the only Yajna. Our scriptures prescribe to us 5 Maha, it's called as Pancha Maha Yajna. And what are they? They are Bhuta Yajna, Pitra Yajna, Deva Yajna, Manushya Yajna, and Rishi Yajna. And what is this Yajna? And should all of them do all these Yajnas? Not necessary. It's not possible for everyone to do all the Yajnas. At least 1 or 2, definitely possible for everyone to do. Yajna means an offering to the Lord or sharing whatever we have got with others, or showing gratitude to the universe for providing us everything or whatever we need for the sustenance of this body. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, Purnima ji gave me one small book of Bhagavad Gita. I'd like to use it in this contest. Yajna Shishtasina Santo Muchyante Sarva Klimbishaihi Bhunjate Tvagam Papa E Pachantyatma Karanat. Here, Lord Krishna in short is telling that one who shares something with others always has some opportunities or moves forward in life. But someone who doesn't share stagnates and is not able to move around in the, or is coming almost to a dead end over there when he stagnates over there. And even our Sri Prabhuji defines yajna as give to grow. And that is his first lesson that he got in his life. When he was young, he studied in a Kannada medium in a government school where there were no teachers, or even if you had teachers, they are not of good quality. So he had no other option but to go to a public library and satisfy his thirst for knowledge. He used to go through various books and study various subjects to improve his knowledge and understand various subjects and various aspects of life and all. So he used to go and read whatever books is available. He'd go through it, understand it, try to make out what they are trying to tell and all. And did he stop over there? No. Whatever understanding he got, he shared it with his classmates, with his neighbors' children, with his brothers and sisters. And what is the impact of that one? Impact is, last year, Prabhuji got a call from a young man who called up and asked, am I talking with Sri Prabhuji or Narasimha Prabhu sir, as he calls it as? Prabhuji said, yes, I am Narasimha Prabhu. Then he opened up and he said, sir, I lost my father a couple of days back. And in his deathbed, he called me and said, son, I couldn't find Narasimha Prabhu sir when I was alive. In case you find this person, please pass on one message to him. Tell him that I bow down to this person for whatever he has given. Because of him, I'm able to lead a beautiful life. And I owe this life to him because in a young age, if he had not taught me those various subjects with such simplicity, with so much of clarity and so much of enthusiasm, I wouldn't have got any of this knowledge. Whatever he said and however he said, it went deep inside me and it laid a strong foundation because of which I was, in the years to come, I was able to complete my education. I was able to get a beautiful job, wonderful job, because of which, whatever I am today, if I'm able to give a good thing for my good life for my family, is because of this one person. So I owe my life and owe my this life to him. So please convey this to him. This is what this young man said. And this is the impact of sharing with others. So yajna is give to grow. And Manushya Yajna is sharing with whatever you have with others. That's Manushya Yajna. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful talk, Mamta ji. Any questions?
Beautiful, Mamta ji. I think the young man's story has moved me too. So I have no more questions.
Any questions from anyone else?
No questions, only thank you. Every Sutara session, we have some, extra insight into Prabhuji's life. You know. Very grateful for that, Mamtaji. Thank you so much. Really. And your passion, oh my God, amazing. The way you speak, I mean, every time you bring that energy into your talk, which is quite fantastic. Thank you so much.
Would you like to self-evaluate, Mamtaji?
I think I've covered many things, but I would like to chant the mantra and chant the sloka of Bhagavad Gita without looking into the book. And that is one thing which I would like to bring about in my talks. And otherwise, I think I have covered everything.
You have covered superbly.
Thank you.
With a lot of, like Purnimaji said, energy and very powerful body language accompanying the voice modulation, body language, eye contact is there. There is a kind of emotional connect that happens immediately with the listener. When you start talking, not only is it clear and interesting, we immediately get engrossed in whatever you are saying. So that quality is a rare quality. Not everybody can get it within 7 minutes to form that connection and convey the jnana. And of course, like Purnimaji said, we look forward to that small nugget. Always, Mamtaji comes, then we get a nugget from Prabhuji's life.
Thanks to Prabhuji, he has got so much in life that I can share with you and bring out his things. So whatever energy is coming, perhaps because of him only. Thanks
Amazing.
to Prabhuji also.
Thank you.
I think we are done with all the participants. Purnimaji, anyone missing?
No one is missing, all done.
Okay. Okay, then we can conclude the session. Thank you all for being part of the session. We go with the closing prayers. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
I think amazing talks by all JJs. Great Sutaras. Stars only, really. Very.
Yashmita, thanks so much for coming back.
Yes.
No, I'm
And-
happy to be back, Purnimaji. I should be thankful.
And next time, I think.
Ishmita, stop the live stream also.
Yeah,